What's up, Spartans? Batman from TST Gaming here to keep you updated with everything Halo. And today we're telling you our Season 2 wish list for Infinite. But before we get started, please subscribe for more Halo content. So with Season 2 coming out in May, which isn't that far away from us, the question stands, what do we hope to get? We know that we're going to be getting a new Battle Pass. We know we're going to be getting a new Fracture Event armor set to chase. And we know that co-op's supposed to be coming. So what else is on that list that we're hoping to see? Now, I'm not going to talk about things like Forge or anything that's already been confirmed to be released Season 3 or later, but just the things that are plausible for Season 2. The first thing is maps. Now, there were 5 maps that were leaked recently that could be coming in Season 2, or they might be part of the February update that they're trying to do to help prolong the season, since the season is twice as long as it was initially planned. So, if those maps are not for Season 1, then I definitely think those 5 maps would be for Season 2, which 5 is a good amount, I think. Speaking of maps, another thing we need is more modes. Part of that is because they just showed us Attrition. We played it for 2 weeks for the Cyber Showdown event, and now it's gone. They did say it will be returning. This was just kind of their first version of it. I think they're going to be making a few tweaks here and there. And I overall think that it was a really fun experience. I do want to see more classic playlists like King of the Hill come back, or Head to Head even would be fantastic. Those kind of playlists is something that I loved about Halo 2 and 3 back in the day. We don't have anything like that right now. We just have essentially one ranked playlist. It's split into open or solo/duos, but to me it's still the same thing. It's the same playlist, the same things. I'd like to get some more ranked playlists. Now, with that being said, I do hope that some of the maps, if the 5 maps are indeed going to be entering the arena/big team battle, so that way it's not just the same 4 or 5 maps that we're seeing every single match. Because by the end of the season, it will have been 6 months, and for that to be the only couple of maps that are being used, I think it will get stale for viewers of HCS, as well as maybe even the players. I mean, obviously they're still playing for the money, and it is entertaining to watch, but you can only play on the same map so many times before it's time to say, all right, let's move on and start doing something new. It depends on how many arena versus big team maps that we're going with here. My guess would be a 4-to-1 ratio would be probably the best one to go with, but I could also see it being more of a 3-2 in favor of arena because of ranked playlists and things like HCS. Now, we do also know that with the Battle Pass, we will be getting credits. I still hope that in the Battle Pass we'll be given challenge swaps and double XP boosts. Not very many, but enough to keep it where if we need to use them, we have them. And there's not a direct resource outside of that right now to get anything like that. It was supposed to be the monthly events. However, due to fans wanting more content out of their content, understandably, they changed it to where it's not going to be just a bunch of challenge swaps. So the system's going to have to probably get tweaked a little bit. Maybe once you finish all your challenges for a day, they can give you a challenge swap, or once you finish all your 6 main dailies, that they give you double XP boost, or they give you a challenge swap, or maybe a combo. If you hit certain challenges that are worth X amount of points, maybe instead it will be worth a little bit less points, but it also will come with challenge swap or a double XP pass. They're going to need to find some way to reutilize this currency so that it's still relevant. We don't really have many ways to get it now. The Rockstar promotions and all the launch promotions are already over, so it's not like you can just go out and buy a case of Rockstars and give yourself X amount of double XP points. So hopefully they'll have that fixed inside the Battle Pass somehow, or into the events where you're getting more than one event per tier. I do hope that Big Team Battle is fixed by then, obviously, but if it's not, Big Team Battle needs to be fixed in Season 2, hopefully sooner. But I know that that's been the priority, and Ranked, it hasn't been. So my hope is that Ranked becomes the priority in Season 2 for them to fix, if it isn't by then. And what I mean by that is a lot of people, I've seen a lot of graphs that fans have made, showing that the average player is placing somewhere in Platinum. And that's not how it really should be necessarily. It's like a fairly high Platinum, and very few people are in the lower tiers. I haven't seen a single bronze player. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I haven't seen one. I've only seen one silver player, and that's it. Everyone's been gold or above. So it's really like, where's the skill gap here? Are you trying to make it to where everyone feels better about themselves because they're able to rank higher? But then at the same time, your ranking system isn't working if that's the case, because you need to have people in bronze and silver to balance out and really show where people are. Because if you're just giving them these false ranks, so to speak, to make them feel good about themselves, which I understand you want the players to have a good time, but it's not a real representation of the rank. And I do hope that they actually give us more information while we're talking about this on how the ranking system works, exactly how many points. Some fans have kind of broken it down to where it's about 50 points of your MMR or CSR, however you call it, for ranking up. But you don't see those points unless you go to places like Halo Tracker or you're already on Onyx as it is. So I hope they find ways to communicate to us a little bit more clearly. Is it KD focused? Because I've been hearing reports that it doesn't matter if your team wins or loses. It's about whether you had a positive KD or not. If you win, you had a positive KD, you'll go up. If you lost and had a positive KD, you go down, but only barely. So I wish they would be like, hey, it's about this, it's about that. And also in Season 2, I hope they give us more ranked playlists. Give us a ranked Tactical Slayer, for those who are really big SWAT fans. Give us Team Slayer only in ranked, because some of us don't like playing objective, especially in a solo playlist. We need more ranked playlists. And again, we need to be clear on how the ranking system works. For example, another problem, and I hope they address this, because I've heard about people deranking from Onyx once they've achieved that. The way it worked in Halo 5 was once you hit the next plateau, the next tier, whether it's gold, silver, bronze, once you hit the next tier, so if you went from gold 6 to platinum 1, you could never go back down to gold for the rest of the season. I still think that should be the case if these are just seasonal ranks, because it's going to be very difficult for some people who want to get a higher Onyx rating. Let them stay Onyx. It's just for a few months anyways, when it's a regular season of 3 to 4 months. Next is a clear season roadmap from the very beginning. This is a big one for me because Joseph Staten, who is in charge of Halo Infinite right now, he said he was going to have us a roadmap for the rest of the season, at least by January. And then on February 1st, he tweeted that he didn't, but that is his top priority right now. Because we don't even have our March and April events announced yet, which I'm assuming we're going to get. I mean, these events have been a good way, I think, for them to make money on a free-to-play game, and I don't see us not getting March and April events. So they haven't even announced those, and those are right around the corner. I would like to see what the end of the season looks like and beyond, at least to the end of Season 2. Hell, I would love it if they announced the expansion, but I don't think we're going to hear anything about an expansion until maybe E3. Now, I've heard rumors that co-op might be delayed. I really, really hope that's not the case, because that's basically the one thing that they've really announced outside of like, oh, hey, you're going to get a new battle pass or any leaks or anything that you were going to make sure is a priority for us. With Season 2 was co-op, Season 3 was Forge. And they haven't even given us a theme or a name or anything for Season 2. It'll be very interesting to see what they do with this in Season 2. I really hope that the roadmap that we're supposed to be getting will have everything from the end of the season and at least all of Season 2, where we can kind of plan around it and know what's coming and enjoy it. But let us know down in the comments what's on your Season 2 wish list for Halo Infinite. And that's all we have for today. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching TST Gaming, and until next time, just play.